Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have helped the children of Lot, Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeb, yea, all their princes as Zebah, and as Zalmunna, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. O my God, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded and troubled forever, yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Jehovah, art the Most High over all the earth.
The Lord will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people, and the princes thereof. For ye have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor is in your houses. What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces, and grind the faces of the poor, saith the Lord God of hosts.
Alright guys, welcome to the channel. This video is about, do aliens exist? Are they mentioned in the Bible? And what is the Hidden History and Biblical Mysteries channel's opinion on this? Now, if you guys been on my channel, you know that I've always said America is the biblical promised land. And you know I've always said that if you go to my channel here, if you ever watch the intro on my channel, you'll see, what is that? You'll see this image. I thought I had it saved on there, but you know, my computer don't have good memory like that, so don't be saving stuff. That's not it. Notice all the sun symbolism, the flat earth map on the United Nations. They put the truth in your face. All that stuff I tried to encrypt very good into there. There we go. This image. Now, a lot of people think this image is ridiculous. They think, oh, you know, it's just what black people say. You know, to them, we're just some Negroes that just think whatever. I got into a conversation with a guy that runs a Facebook group about how he's misleading people about Israel. He said I was delusional. That guy's delusional. They don't know what they're talking about. The reason why the government always has problems, and all governments have problems with these things, is because the Most High has regulators on this earth. And these people ensure, his holy ones, they ensure. You see how this is a wheel and another wheel, like Ezekiel's vision, the wheel within a wheel? These are wheels. Okay, this is what they would call wheels. When he was translated up to heaven, you know, and they're always talking about people being taken up in a beam of light. And doesn't that sound like what they show us when they show us on cartoons? People being, you know, beamed up. You get what I'm saying? That's all. If you saw an alien saucer come or a wheel within a wheel come and pick a nigga up and take him up into the sky, how would you depict that for future generations? Now, these people, the Psalms 83,
Consulted against
they've consulted against the hidden ones, and they've taken crafty counsel, and they've erased all this history. Now, my point is, let's look at some popular opinions on Ezekiel's wheels and what they're always showing you, because the Most High invented the whole planet and the universe, and the holy ones to do His regulation. And another thing is, if you look up like the Northwood event and all these weird alien events the government's always talking about, they're always in areas where there's major government power. And I'm talking about the three powers that are, well, all the nations that are part of this confederacy. He's always been messing with them and bringing smoke to them and showing them that his technology and his will is stronger than theirs. That's why they always claim they can shoot down alien crafts and stuff like that. They're claiming, a lot of things, but let's just watch some videos so I can show y'all. Oh, that's the channel analytics. Where is it? Right here.
A Pentagon report is detailing a dramatic increase in UFO sightings, more than 350 since 2021. Many of them are explained as being drones, birds, or weather events, but about half of them remain unexplained.
And the office that tracks these sightings in restricted military airspace says that some, quote, require further analysis. That's an understatement. CNN space and defense correspondent Kristen Fisher has the details.
Boris and Amra, Capitol Hill has been waiting for this report from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence.
Let me just pause it there and get some commentary. There's been events where nuclear missile silos have been disturbed by these crafts. Like I said, the Most High is the regulator of the planet. And while we live here in our probation, He's ensuring that these people don't destroy. So they're always trying to tell you about nuclear war. All these nations are confederate. The threat of nuclear war is to scare the people into submission, because fear-based people are easy to control. So I know this sounds ridiculous and it sounds race-based, but black people always call themselves star seeds and all this other stuff. There's white people calling themselves star seeds, but they don't even understand they can't be star seeds. You guys, this is proven. A lot of you guys, all the Gentiles have DNA from animals. And that's what they call Neanderthal DNA. Because initially, before people with Adamic blood started breeding with them, they were the African monkeys and shit and skeletons they dig up when they claim the whole evolution thing. That is their evolutionary path. That's not ours. They mix with us, and that's the only reason they even got human spirits now. You know what I mean? Like, that's real, guys. You got to look into this. I know it sounds a little race based, but you guys just gonna have to accept that, because this is the truth. You guys came and set up a society where you said we were less than human, and you attributed all these things to us, but that you knew that was your history. Our civilization is starting over here in America. Your civilization is starting over there with the seed of the serpent. All right? Now, with that being said, you're just going to have to bear with me, because this is the truth, guys, and I'm not going to water it down for you guys or change anything. If you're in the Islamic community, you know about the big head scientist, Yaqub. You know about that story. You know about a couple stories. And of course, the oral tradition that's been passed down along our people is the actual truth. That's why they came and reread our books and changed everything. They hid the history of corn. Let's go into this. They made, all right, movies have been pre-programming you and the government to see the chariots of the Most High as a threat. All right? They make movies like Independence Day and this and that. Why do you think America has so many problems with the UFO phenomenon? Because America's the great whore of all the earth. It's the mystery Babylon. It's the revived Roman Empire, and the Most High have always had smoke with the most powerful nations. If you read the Bible, like if no one's going to take y'all down, then that's your next fight. You feel what I'm saying? And they're not ready for this, bro. That's why they started a space force. All these governments started chipping in. They're not really in space. You feel me? We know the Earth is flat. It's just like the Bible describes it. You know what I'm saying? Like people will say we're crazy and oh, we don't know what we're talking about and we haven't traveled. And my nigga, you don't need to travel to know the earth is flat, nigga. All you need to do is get a cup of water. And you see how the cup of water forms a line and we call that the level? Well, the oceans do the same thing and we call that sea level. And on a ball, you can't have sea level. That's all you need to know. It doesn't matter what kind of gravity you're talking about. The math that we use to measure distances by sea level for the whole planet revolves on the earth being flat. You get what I'm saying? And these guys have came and made their own creation and done confused the whole world. They've taken crafty counsel, and now the Most High is destroying them. When you see all these earthquakes in the Turkey, we know that Turkey's originated in America, so the real Turks are here. You get what I'm saying? Like they got turkeys from America. You feel me what I'm saying? And now you see all those earthquakes hitting these people, and we know the history of Morocco and all that. You know what's going on. America and the rest of the world is being judged, and they want to come here and be around us. If y'all pay attention, people from the Middle East are moving to America in high numbers because they're being destroyed over there. But like, you know how it says he would bring the kings from the ends of the earth to come here and reverence him and return the things they have done unto them as they have done to my chosen this day. So shall I do to them. That's what's going on now, guys. It's the end, bro. And people are trying to make it into America, into the promised land. And the only people God's given, going out before us is us. We were the ones scattered around. It's time to pay for all these sins. And these chariots go and pull up on them. Y'all see up here. And they ain't going to have nothing to say. All these people laughing at us and saying we don't know what we're talking about, they ain't going to have nothing to say because they have nothing to do with our culture and our heritage. And they used to know that, but they've been lying for so long. They got drunk on all the lies and started believing their own lies. And you know how the Most High says, like in the book of Isaiah, the day of the Lord will be he'll come like a thief in the night. You know what I'm saying? That's why, because they're not going to have no understanding. In the Book of Mormon, in the sealed Book of Mormon, gives a lot more understanding to that too. The Book of Enoch. This is why they removed all these things because they can't have us understanding the truth because that's when all this starts to roll. So that's why they're out here doing this and saying this. All the movies and alien TV shows and stuff like that are pre-programming you or predictive programming to make you against the Most High. Doesn't it say the Battle of Armageddon? The Battle of Armageddon would be Satan would gather all the governments and kings of the earth together to fight the Lord on the Battle of Armageddon. And that's going to happen right here. They've been known. Why do you think all these areas in America be having UFO phenomena? Area 51, which y'all know the whole desert over there, everything west of the Mississippi is the land of Judah. That's why, because they're down there locking, Satan and his followers are locked down the promised land, and the Most High has a plan, and Satan knew his plan. So this whole thing is like him running interference on God's plan. And that's what's really going on. And then, of course, Satan runs the media. And I play Fox News too. I don't fuck with none of them. Some people got it mistaken. I'm not a Trump supporter. I had one video where I said Trump destroyed. That's true. Trump did destroy ISIS. But I'm not a Trump supporter. He just wants to. Trump is talking about preserving America. And no one's talking about repaying Israel for the things that have happened to them. No one's talking about that. When I used to be fooled and didn't know about none of that stuff and used to be in that Christian mindset, they had me. Yeah, I was like, yeah, well, let's have a good country and have this and that. And I was like, wait a second. You look into the history of the country, it's like y'all not even gonna give me that anyway. Y'all just gonna do me dirty forever. You get what I'm saying? Like the history of this country is fucked up, man. People say I don't know what I'm talking about. People challenge and laugh at my videos, and that's cool, bro. But y'all know what y'all laughing at? Real shit.
Or the ODNI. And what this report found is that there have been more than 300 new sightings of what the government calls UAPs, or unidentified aerial phenomena, or more commonly called UFOs, since the last time that the ODNI put out a report like this back in 2021. Back then, the ODNI could not explain 144 sightings of UAPs. This time, now they can't explain 171 of them. And one part of the report that really stands out is this one. It says that some of these uncharacterized UAPs appear to have demonstrated unusual flight characteristics or performance capabilities and require further analysis. So
I'm gonna give y'all an example of this. You know how G-force is a what they call G-force, right? Because we know gravity it was a theory and it still is because it's not real. Their whole gravity force is what they explain the round oceans with. They explain the ball and the water wrapping around the ball with. But I could jump. I'm sorry on my channel, like when I explain things, I jump from like science to religion to the. But all these things are truly one thing. They have compartmentalized everything to hide the truth. Now, look, when you're talking about things that have characteristics that defy physics, our understanding of physics comes from the Gentiles. And what they teach you in school is patently false. If a river flows from the top of a mountain down to the lowest point, because water always finds the point of least resistance, so it's always going down unless it can't, then it sits. Like the lakes up in the mountains, Titicaca and shit like that. Lake Titicaca and shit like that. They find the ocean, which is the lowest point for water to be. So then it goes level. And the only thing that disturbs the ocean level is the people say the moon. I don't believe that either. Is the winds and tides that sway the oceans, because these winds and tides can sway an ocean. The wind, you feel me? Like the volume of the wind that hits the ocean is almost infinite. You ever see like you be on the winds and the winds push your boat? Now, if we took all the force away, the oceans would sit perfectly still and level. Some lakes even do that. And even lakes, like we have the biggest lakes in the world, in America, right? Their whole shoreline is level. There's no curved water anywhere. You get what I'm saying? So, what we call G-force is not real. There's no gravity. That's all based on the lie of holding water onto a ball. But there is a force that is applied to your body that is a real force, but calling it G-force is inaccurate. Okay? That stops you from traveling at super high speeds. Now listen, these craft would move at like, they would be going like 60 miles an hour and the people would catch up to it. You know, the government people in their little jet craft, right? And then the craft would make a right turn at 60 miles an hour and accelerate to like 10,000 miles an hour and be over there, and then come back and they would be playing with them. Like, this is how you know, is that they would just be playing with government officials in their craft and all that's just playing with them. And they know that. And they know these people are ascended black people. That's why the Predator is always shown with dreadlocks and he gets out with high technology and the best. And, you know, because, you know about the conspiracy of America being Atlantis, which is also true because the 7 great biblical nations were centered in Atlantis, and Atlantis was said to be in the true East, the Far Orient, Asia. We're not talking about Asia Minor. We're talking about Asia Major, which you guys can't even find information about because they've redacted it from history and everything else. But if you look, there's plenty of channels out there where you can find information about America being Asia Major. So, like I said, they're preparing for the Battle of Armageddon and to make war against the Most High and the 10,000 holy ones he's going to show up here with. And they're going to pull up in chariots And the government has already pre-primed you to believe that this will be an alien invasion. That's why it says like, yo, and it's gonna catch everybody by surprise. They know this. And that's why these eclipses are happening, because the fulfillment of the things he promised to Israel are about to come to pass. So through us, he's going to make sure the whole world knows that he's real and that he loves his people and that all that history that y'all have done is not okay. And he's going to make war with this country because no other person or nation can and prevail. But God can, and he's going to show that the wisdom and learning of men is nothing. And he's going to he's going to validate what we said on the internet, what we said to people in our personal lives, and in the oral traditions we've been handing down to our people for generations. My Nana, my grandmother's grandmother, told me and her and my grandmother that we're Native Americans. We go to school that teaches the exact opposite. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. The exact opposite of what everybody believes is always true. People are brainless, massless people that have been educated and told everything, and they will stick to their customs so hard that they will refuse to recognize anything else. And this is why the Bible, when you really start to look at it through this lens, you start to understand who the Gentiles are, who the Israelites are. And then, first of all, the Israelites had to go through a Holocaust. And if y'all think what happened over there in World War II is a legitimate Holocaust or a legitimate claim to be Israelites, you're freaking kidding. Because look at what Europeans have done to black people, or white people have done to black people every time they've come into contact with them. They tried to exterminate them. You know how it says like the tribes of Israel will be hated by all nations for his sake, and they would be trodden underfoot until the time of the Gentiles is over? Bro, if those people went back to their land after World War II, and that was the fulfillment of prophecy, those people should be living and dwelling in peace. But there is never no peace over there. None of the things they say match. And now, because they have fulfilled the destruction of Israel, they have fulfilled that prophecy by coming to America and doing that. They have been running this dog and pony game because they knew their time would come to an end. They knew all the things in the Bible had to be fulfilled, and they knew their time would come to an end. So they tried to, fool us forever with this whole fake Israel thing. And now they got a Space Force thing because God's going to come and destroy them with the spacecraft and the high technology that he has. And they know this. And they're going to try to make war with him. And it's going to be ridiculous, bro, because when he pops out, bro, he's going to obliterate them. It's going to be just like Independence Day when he blew up the White House. But I don't know if he's going to blow up the White House, but probably not. But he's going to blow some shit up, definitely. What are you going to shoot rockets at him? Now, you heard about NASA shooting rockets into that moon eclipse thing. That's what they're doing, bro. That's what they're all Psalms 83. You know what I mean? And they're all working together to destroy our people. They hate us. They hate God. And they want to be God. And you know what? I'm gonna put this in the links below. But the guy from World War II made a statement that is turning out to be accurate. And people want to say that, oh, this and that. Well, Mr. I don't want to say his name, but you know who I'm saying. The guy with the little mustache that's accused of killing all those people in the Holocaust and all that stuff. You know who I'm talking about, because you can't even bring this up anymore because this is how relevant the information is. I'm gonna leave a link to the fact check in the description. Now, you can choose to believe the fact check. I'm leaving a link in the description so you could see the thing, because I can't even share it with you or put it on the screen because they would take my account down. That's what they do because they don't agree with us. It's not like they don't agree with us. They don't care about the truth. But I'm gonna try to play this video from my Facebook page real quick before I go. Because I tried to play it in another video and they took it out. They love doing that. But, they might leave it up this time. Like some of these skips in my account or my videos are legitimate skips. And you're going to have to forgive me. There's a lot of spam that be popping up from people. I'll be deleting people that follow me and people I got as friends because they spam my account. So I might have to blur some of these images that pop up. And you'll notice because I'll put a banner over. See, I have to blur all that. But best believe I don't fuck with that. Oh yeah, the guy that runs this group, that's who said that too. This guy is willingly deceiving people. And they be knowing the truth. You know, they got our people in the group believing lies. Then they be like, we're Christians and we're for free speech. And these people are not none of that, bro. These people are about having it their way. They don't want to use the scriptures to learn and study. Now, if you see in my group and my personal page, there's none of that. Now we're gonna play this John. Then we're gonna get out of here.
White man is enacting a story all over the world. We left our homes and flooded the world. We smothered culture. We smothered knowledge. We erased history and rewrote it our way. Myself, my grandfather is 100% Ashkenazi Jewish. Claiming to be Jewish, Ashkenazi Jewish is just a conspiracy. White men claiming to be of tribes of Israel when I'm Germanic.
Now we're going to see if that even plays on YouTube. They might just mute that because they did in my other video. Sometimes it's my, computer acting up, but sometimes I know I had that in the video and it played clear and they took it out. But that's what YouTube does. They don't, YouTube. If y'all caught that, you know what I'm saying? All right, peace, fam.
The Lord will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people, and the princes thereof. For ye have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor is in your houses. What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces, and grind the faces of the poor, saith the Lord God of hosts?